So it's the Maude Cross Prep coming up against the St. Thomas's Primary School. Today is Wednesday, the 3rd of July, 2024. Still a bit windy here at ETW. There was a bit of a delay in the start of this game due to rain, but it's finally underway. And after the first over, Maude Cross, they were on 8 for no loss, and after over number 2 we'll get the updated score, but we're going to go into over number 3. I'm not aware yet if the overs have been reduced, but definitely they were off to a late start. So St. Thomas's Prime in the field. Moves in now to bowl, pushing tentatively at that, and it goes into the offside. And the keeper didn't hold on to it, but a dot in the scorer's book nonetheless. Still looks a little overcast. The forecast for today suggests that there's a 50% chance of morning showers. Pushes it gently into the offside, no chance of a run. So Janari, the left-handed batsman, in strike. As the bowler moves in now to bowl short, and he's driving in the air. The other batsman was just there ball watching, and eventually got out of the blocks. But one more to the total. As he drove hard at it, it was aerial, but it was falling well short of the man at mid-on, sorry. Well, mid-off, because he's a left-handed batsman, so the right-hander comes into strike. Captain's nightmare when you have a right-handed batsman and a left-handed batsman at the crease at the same time. You get a single, you have to make adjustments to the field. So the bowler walks back to his mark and will prepare to move in now to bowl. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. Good delivery, swung into the inside, and the man lumbers across to his left, picks it up. The batsman again in park, needs somebody out there to get them going in terms of running between the creases. Lots of possibilities in terms of singles, going a begging as he moves in once more to bowl short, and he's driving into the offside. The bowler comes across, picks it up easily, can't score. So Elijah in strike, settles over his bat now. Moves in now to bowl to, has to pause, goes back to his bowling mark, turns now, still not quite ready, takes a longer run too. Moves in now to bowl. He's swinging and missing, and goes through to the keeper, who doesn't hang on to it initially, but that ends the over. So the bowler will bowl now to the left-handed Denari. Settles over his bat, relaxed looking stance as he bowls. He's pushing it nice into the onside. The big man put a foot to it, and that was not good work at all, but they're off for the single. But he certainly hit that well on the onside, Nari. And that brings Elijah back into strike. So here he goes, moving in from the Barfoot end to bowl to Elijah. His stance not looking as relaxed as the left-handed Nari. Here he goes, he bowls, he swings and misses. Certainly looking for the big heave on that occasion, but he went through with the shot before the ball got to him. Took his eye off the ball, obviously, and it was true to the keeper. Now he has decided to plant his right foot a little on the off stump, then he pulls it back to leg stump. Seems not to be too settled in his stance, still fidgeting around in the crease. Still fidgeting in his crease, not relaxed. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl, and he swings in the air, dropping well just in front of him. Keeper didn't have a chance to go for that, but he was swinging again a bit early. Just got the top edge of the bat, spooned in the air, dropped well short of the bowler and well away from the keeper as well. Now I think umpire Brown is trying to help him in terms of taking his guard, if you can call that a guard, but he's certainly not comfortable with his stance as he settles over his bat once more. Here he goes, moves in now, and he waits on that, tugs it to the onside. Got a good bit of bat on that. The field at mid wicket runs across and so one more to the total, but he latched on to that one, timed it pretty well, made the man at a deep square leg position, ran across the mid wicket to stop it. That brings Nari back in strike, and this time he's solidly forward, pushes it tentatively into the offside. A well floated delivery, that teasing delivery, really looped high, and the batsman was tentatively on the front foot, just pushed it gently in front of him. So here goes once more. Looks as if he's bowling off breaks, and one of the coaches, of course, one of the superior and hits this one down the ground past the bowler. Fielder from mid-off, long off, comes across, picks it up. So Derek Parry, the coach, one of the coaches for the St. Thomas's Primary School, was one of the top exponents of the art of off spin. Still is. If you ask him to bowl an off break, he can show you. And he used to turn them big. And so the youngster can work with his coach, could develop into something special. Not over-ended. So not a lot of boundaries and a lot of singles not taken. So I don't think it's a worrying total at the moment for St. Thomas's. He's pushing tentatively. Looks as if he might have been struck on the toe, and in some discomfort. That must have hurt, but he'll settle once more. Maybe they should have had an appeal there. As he moves in once more to bowl, he's swinging into that. The fielder comes across, drops it. Got both hands to it and floored it. Somebody say, "Hold the people ball." That sounds like Esther. Esther, who represented Nevis in female cricket many moons ago. She used to hit them in the ear. She used to drop catches too. So here goes. Moves in now to bowl. That will be a wide. The umpire says wide. Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. And that's even wider. Maybe just saying, well, they're running through. This could be interesting. And he gets home. So two wides. So two more to the total. So it seems as if you're saying, well, that first one wasn't wide enough. So I'll see if the umpire would improve. I'll improve on it and go wider. And he did just that. And they went through for the extra run. Here he goes, moves in now from the pavilion end, bowl shorter. He's swinging into that, latches onto it. He's holding his crease, but eventually being urged to run. And he comes down with his bat held in the ear, but gets home safely nonetheless. One more to the total. So that would bring Nari back into strike. So the bowler off a much shorter run now, moves in now to bowl. He's quietly forward and they're running. This could be interesting. When will the return come in? It was in ahead of the batsman dipping his bat, but the keeper didn't hold on to it. One more to the total. So they're moving along by the singles, the occasional two here and there. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl, flatter, faster. He's latching onto that. Man at mid-wicket moves in and can't score. So another dot. So here he goes. Moves in once more, flat and fast. It punches it nicely into the offside. They should get at least one here. The fielder picks up nicely. Gets a return in. Overthrows. The big man comes across. Well, he has to go back. He was rushing down, and then Nari told him to breaks up. He did just that, and one more to the total that ends the over. So new bowler from the far end moves in now. He's tugging that one into the onside. He hit that hard. That's running towards the boundary. Can it get there? Does it have the legs to get there? I think it does. That's 4. The first boundary there. Elijah tugged it hard. He latched onto it, and it went through mid-wicket into the rope for 4. 2 men chased after it, but just couldn't pull it in. So 4 to the total. We understand that the score is 28 for no loss. So 28 for no loss. Not a bad start here by Maude Cross Prep, but that was a good shot that by Elijah. So just maybe he's on Mount Carmel and he's prepared now to put the false prophets to the test here. Elijah. Well, the bowler turns back and starts his run up all over again. Elijah is ready, very ready. You could see now he seems to be warming to his task. As here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. Here he goes. No, he punches it into the offside. The long off has a long run in. They should be going back for 2. And they hesitated. The young lady got in there, got the return in. So only 1, but that was a long 2. But hesitation, maybe Nari wanted some of the strike. He's saying, you hit a 4, I would love to hit 1 too. So Maude Cross Prep they weren't in the competition last year, so it's nice to see them back. Here goes. Medium pace from the Bartotel and bowls, and he's turning it away. The man races around and gets a return in. The batsman gets home. 1 more to the total. So 1 more to the total. The bowler has a pretty long run up, and he'll move in once more to bowl from the Bartotel end. Races in now to bowl, and he backs away, but he punches it back up the strip to the bowler. And is that a no ball? Or he was just indicating Brown to the other umpire, 2 balls remaining. I think that's the normal style of the umpires. So settles over his bat once more. Looks as if he is ready to tee off now, Elijah. So the bowler looks a little fidgety now as he tosses the ball from hand to hand, moves in now from the Bartotel and bowls. He's punching it, hits the stumps, and he's in park. His Nari totally in park, as if the national anthem was playing. He was totally at attention there, not moving 1 inch. He's still in that pose. Settles over his bat once more. So here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's backing away, tucks it in the air. Fielder races across and slides and falls over. And they didn't get a run, but that ends the over. 30 for no loss is the score. And I think they're going to have a bit of a water break. I think Brown is asking if this is the time for the water break. Let's see if they'll have the water break. No water break. No water break. So after the rain earlier this morning, the sun is out in all of its glory now. And that one goes down towards 3rd man. But make that 3rd woman, because it's one of the females. And she comes in and gets a return in. Maude Cross, 31 for no loss. Bowler moves in now to bowl shot. He's bowled! Clean bowled! And the bowler celebrates. Well, yes, he's on his way. So bowled neck and crop as the bowler got one that kept a bit low. He swung, but too late, and it crept along the carpet and picked out the middle stump. Surprisingly, I'm not seeing the celebrations from the St. Thomas's primary team whenever, I think it was the St. James's primary school, when they got a wicket, the entire team celebrated. So Elijah comes back. His sojourn on Mount Carmel is over as he comes back. The wind picks up here at the Twillett Park. The captain of the Maude Cross Prep team goes to the crease. Rosen Daniel. He was 18 not out from his last outing. He comes solidly forward to one that crept across along the carpet, stretched out and just pushed it into the onside. Can't score. So Daniel it is, who picked up 7 wickets for 2 runs in his first match against the St. James's Primary School. Was not so fortunate in his second game against the more powerful VOJN team. Pushes it tentatively into the offside. Can't score. Cautious start here to his innings here from Daniel. It's the bowler. Will move in once more. Trudges in now, bowls. He's stroking it into the offside. Think of sliding effort there by the bowler, and can't score. Would get into the pitch nicely on that occasion. Stroked it easily. Bowler was hustling across, slid, fell, but still managed to prevent the run. Moves in once more to bowl to Daniel. Daniel is striking it down the ground. That's a lovely shot. It's racing towards the boundary. The man at long on is there. They're thinking of the second, but decide against it. But that was a lovely shot there by Daniel, stroking it powerfully down the ground, and he's off the mark. And it seems as if we're going to have a water break. So we have a water break. So unfortunately we didn't get the updated score, but there was a break. They're playing 12 overs, reduced from 15. Big man comes in to bowl for St. Thomas's, and he decides that he's seen some tree stumps all the way outside here. So he bowls at those tree stumps, but they're mainly imaginary. So the umpire signals wide. Bowling to the wrong set of stumps. So he'll prepare to bowl once more from the Bath Lieutenant to bowl to the captain, Rosen Daniel. He says, well, I see another tree a little closer. But the umpire says, you're still not seeing what I'm seeing. And so that's another wide. Looks as if this could be a long over. Daniel will settle once more. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. I think he's not seen them as yet, because he probably says, well, if it's not over there where I was, maybe it's further down the leg side. And the umpire is telling him, well, you need to watch those 3 that I'm seeing up there and bowl at them. Well, at least bowl to the batsman. So that's 3 additional runs. Welcomed runs to the Maude Cross Prep. Moves in once more. Here he goes. Still not seeing those 3 stumps outside. He's seeing 3 outside there, but not seeing the 3. This could be an over into next week. Well, he might get it right. Umpire trying to assist him, or Derek Parry asks him to go around the wicket. So here he goes. Let's see if he has better luck here. He bowls, and that's better. Tugged him to the outside. They might think too here because the man is deep. He's racing across. It looks like a quick athlete. And they went through pretty slowly, the 2 batsmen, so they had to settle for 1. So the left-handed Najee comes into strike. Field has to make adjustments for the left-hander. Really a captain's nightmare when you have to be adjusting, especially if it's a single from every ball. He swings it. The man is coming in and misfields slightly, but they're just getting home for the first run, so they'll have to settle for that. So the run in between the creases a little lackluster, really. Could do with some serious improvement. So here he goes, moves in once more to bowl to Daniel. Better delivery. He's seeing the correct stumps now. Tugs it into the onside. Well fielded. And now they might go through. No. Screams of run, then stop and wait. And they didn't get a run after all of that excitement. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. And he's watching it through. Another wide. Maude Cross will be happy if he can bowl 2 more overs at this rate. So the boundary is not really coming, but if you get wides like that, the runs certainly will increase. There he goes, moves in once more. That's better. And he's stroking it. The bowler comes across, knocks it away, but stops it effectively. Can't score. So Daniel will settle once more. Here he goes. The bowler moves in now, and that's down the leg side. Swing and a miss. Goes to the keeper though. And they're off for the extra wide. So make that 2 wides. Well, the umpire is going to have a chat with the bowler. And maybe a little bit of advice as well. So he's going to continue around the wicket. Bowling to the left-handed Najee, who looks around the field. Seems as if, there's some bit of a whirlwind here. He had to turn his back. Bit of a whirlwind. Windy conditions here at ETW. He bowls. He's tugging this one. That's going downhill. The man is racing after it. Can he pull it in? He can't. He's gone for 4. Not good. Not a very good attempt that to stop it. And once it was going downhill, there was always the opportunity of the ball speeding into the boundary. So it has been a very expensive over so far. So St. Thomas's can ill afford these kind of runs. As he prepares to move in once more to bowl to the left-handed Najee. Bowls outside the off stump. Najee is just pushing tentatively. The bowler rushes across. And the over finally ends. And you could hear Esther Matthew in the background there as if she's the captain of the team, telling the bowler, no more for you. But Esther, you're not the captain. You'll just have to wait and see what happens. The headmistress of the Maude Cross Prep is here, and she is very vocal, supporting her school, supporting her team. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to the left-handed Najee. Bowl. Najee's turning it into the inside. The man is rushing in from mid-wicket. Might throw it away. He has done exactly that. Backed up though. And so they've settled for 1. 1 more to the total. That brings Daniel back in strike. So Najee playing a little stodgy little innings here. Daniel in strike. Moves in now to bowl. He's struck on the thigh pad. There's no appeal. Looked a bit casual in trying to turn it there. So here he goes. Races in now to bowl. He's tugging that one away. The young lady moves across, fields it nicely. Good bit of work. And gets a return in. 1 more to the total. There he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's tucking that one away. That's rushing away towards the boundary. Will it get there? The man is chasing hard. Can he pull it in? He does. And he seems to be crawling back there, Najee. His bat seems to be too heavy for him. 1 shot. He turned before getting into the crease. And those are some of the basic things they'll have to learn. So here goes. Races in now to bowl. He's tugging that one into the onside. Mid-on, races in. And stops it nicely. Gets a return in. Well, Najee, who has been there from the start of the innings, he has played a stodgy little knock so far. And he has hit at least one boundary. Take strike from the new bowler. Bowls. He's stroking it into the offside, taking it on the full. The big man comes across and picks it up. One more to the total. So here he goes. Braces in once more to bowl. Pushes it into the offside. The bowler comes across. Fields to his own bowling. Just quietly pushing it into the offside was Daniel. Probably needs somebody who can up the tempo a bit. Daniel seems a little bit more selective. Strokes it nice into the offside. Najee was racing down but sent back by Daniel. Good throw in as well. Another dot. So he goes in once more to bowl to Daniel. Quick and past the keeper. And they'll get an extra wide. So it would be, let's see, the umpire didn't signal. That's interesting. So it should have been 2 wides. Or maybe he signaled before I got back to him. So it's going to be the left-handed Najee in strike. As the wind picks up here at the ETW. A little bit of an overcast once more. Oh, naughty shot that by Najee. Just pushing tentatively at it. Going efficient. Didn't get a catch. And it went through to the keeper. Looked a bit casual there. Settles over his bat once more. Moves in now to bowl. Again, the similar shot, but it goes past the keeper. But there's a man at third man. Races in and gets the return in. And buys. Well, one buy. Here he goes. Bowls. Oh, that's close. Is there an appeal? That's mighty close. He was struck on the back leg. He was struck in his crease. There wasn't an appeal, and I believe that would have saved him. So it was then Daniel, apart from the Maude Cross Prep crew, has his full supportive family crew here. His dad and 2 brothers right here, supporting every shot and hoping that he could hit a couple of boundaries in the process. So we understand that Jaden is into the attack. Moves in now to bowl, slingy kind of action, and I think did he touch it? He went a long way to reach that. He was as wide as they come. But I think Najee reached all the way across there and touched it with the bat. So no wide signaled. So he is preparing now to bowl to the left-handed Najee. Slingy kind of action. This time again he's reaching a long way. This time he didn't touch it. And this time it's signaled wide. Jaden now will take a much shorter run. And we'll move in now to bowl to the left-handed Najee. Here he goes. Bowl down the leg side. Swung away. The man is deep at square leg. Fields easily. Gets a return in. Can't prevent the single. One more to the total. So that brings Daniel into strike. I think the Maude Cross team trying to get Daniel to hit out a bit. Overs are finishing. Tugs into that one. The man is deep at square leg, racing across. Well, that's backward of square, the young lady. And no ball. So it's going to be a free hit. So Najee would come into strike for the free hit delivery. So Najee, can he hit it for 6 up on the hill? There, it's a wide. So the free hit is still very much in play. Tariq Brown, the presiding umpire. And at square leg we have another Brown, Oscar Astro Brown. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl, hits it in the air. The bowler pulled his hand back. Looks as if he was going to catch it. And at the last possible moment decided, no, that ball hits hard. I'm not going to try. and pulled out of it. So that brings Daniel back in strike as he moves in now. Daniel swings. The man is coming across. Takes the catch. He's gone. Swung it straight to the man at mid-wicket, and he's all pumped up and celebrating. So Daniel will come back, picking out the man at mid-wicket, hitting it in the air. New man in. Caden is the name. Moves in now to bowl. Swings it in the air. Has he picked out the same man? Drops well short of him. They're off for the single. And so having some difficulty with his pads. Another no ball. So it's going to be another free hit. And that brings Najee, who has batted right through up to this point from the very first ball. He's still there. Settles over his bat and swings into that. Man at mid-wicket comes across, bubbles with it. One more to the total. So the bowler will move in once more. Here he goes. Pulls up. There was some talking and adjusting of the field. As he takes a little longer run now. And we'll move in now to bowl. Here he goes. Bowls. He's tugging it into the onside. Got a bit of good bat on that, but picks out the man at long on and gets one more. And so we're going to have the final over coming up. Last over coming up. So it looks as if this batsman is willing to use the long handle. Let's see if he does. Final over. Bow swings, beaten. And where did that come from? Could be off his pads. And so let's see what the umpire will signal. Probably got a bit of bat into it, so there's no signal. So one more. So the left-handed Najee, who has been there from the start and has steered the ship, basically being the backbone of this innings by Maude Cross. Settles over his bat now, waits for the bowler to come in. Settles now. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He swings and misses. That's going to be a wide. Another wide. So the medium pace bowler, tall, lanky youngster. Let's look at the run-up. Here he goes, smooth looking run-up too. Moves in now to bowl, and he's hitting it in the air. Went a long way up towards the man at short extra cover, and no runs. So let's see what happens. Just a couple of balls remaining in this innings, and then we'll get the total or the target that St. Thomas's has to chase. Moves in now to bowl. He's swinging into that. The young lady comes across. Will feel it. She has done well so far and gets a return in. So on that occasion, he was swinging big. Went aerial. And that, I guess, would be his best effort at a 6. Went high, but not far. Here goes now. Moves in now to bowl. He's swinging into that. The man dives away to stop it, and they'll only get one. So good effort that by the fielder, as he really latched on to that one. He's hitting into the window. Very strong, stiff breeze here from the east to the west, and you're hitting into the wind. It's going to tug it back. Let's see, maybe just 1 or 2 balls remain in this 12-over side contest. Moves in now to bowl. He's swinging into that, but there's a man at mid-wicket. He comes in, fields it easily, and it will only be 1 more to the total. So 1 more run added. And that brings so 69 the total we are getting. Moves in now to bowl. He's barely touching that. They're going to run. The big man is coming in. He sends a return in, but Naja is home. And that's the end of the innings. 70 the score, 71 the target for victory for the St. Thomas's primary team. Can they get it? We'll be back with you. So, from what we gathered, 70 runs is the target. And Rosen Daniel, who had a really special outing in his first game for Maude Cross Prep, picking up 7 wickets for 2 runs. He's going to start, and he'll be hoping to be as successful today. But I think the St. Thomas's team will have other ideas. VOJN negotiated him very well. James and Daniel, they batted superbly against the off spin of Daniel. So Rosen Daniel's brothers, they're assisting with the field setting. Daniel will start as he moves in now to bowl. Ball him! He picked up 7 wickets for 2 runs in his first outing, as he has started very first ball, just bowling down the batsman. Maybe he might get 8 for 1 today. Daniel it is. We're moving now to bowl. His second delivery. Swung away, jumped. Straight into the hands and picked up inside the boundary. They're going back for the second run. But the fielder seemed to have it all locked up and got his hand around it and just went through him.
So 50 now is not.
Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's driving, that's well played. Driving it hard, back to the bowler who stops it well. So, Rosen Daniel it is. He normally bowls wicket to wicket. Moves in once more to bowl. He's driving again, lacing it into the offside. Okay. Lacing it into the offside. 1 more to the total. Looks very positive indeed. The batsman. So Daniel making some adjustments to the field now. Picking up a wicket with his first ball. The wicketkeeper having some problems with his pads. Asking for some assistance from umpire Oscar Brown. Daniel it is, moves in now to bowl. My goodness, the 3 stumps move. They're going to for a run, and it will be a bye, I believe. 1 more to the total. Daniel just seems a little flustered there, gesticulating to the keeper as if to say, why not stop the ball? But just needs to temper down. Here's Daniel once more. Moves in now to bowl. Hitting it in the air. Short of the man. They're going through for the run. And the run out missed. He was struggling to get home. And almost didn't. And I think that might be the end of the first over. So I think the big threat would have been negotiated with just 1 wicket in the over. They have to get some other bowlers in now, and one of the batsmen here looks as if he is ready to tee off. So Nari it is who batted through. He played very well. He's now bowling. Bowls, and that's hitting him on the pad. He's shouting his appeal. The umpire's unimpressed. But that was a useful delivery there by Nari. Seems to know a lot about this game of cricket. Bats left, bowls right. Moves in once more to bowl. He's swinging this one into the onside. The man is deep at mid-wicket. Races across. Picks it up on the run. And let's see. Daniel backs up nicely. Good backing up that. here he goes. Moves in once more. And he's shouting his appeal. Najee can't believe that the umpire is not sending him. Certainly shouting his appeal. And this is one cricketer who is going to appeal. Some of the bowlers have struck batsmen in front, I believe, and haven't appealed. Not Najee. Moves in once more. He's swinging it into the onside. Deep mid wicket is Daniel. Races in. And they get an easy single. One more to the total. He doesn't wait for him to settle balls. He's swinging it into the onside. The man of square leg gets a hand to it. They're through for the single. One more to the total. So, Najee not wasting any time. Swings it in the air. And Daniel waited for it to land. And a chance going a big in there. So one more to the total. And that's another wicket. First ball. So first ball of his first over. He got a wicket. First ball of his second over, another wicket. So make that 2 wickets to Daniel. Could be an interesting game yet. Well, the new batsman, he took quite a while to get out there. And would be really tough luck if he has to come back right away. Daniel it is. Moves in now to bowl. And he's bowled. So he's on a hat-trick now, is Daniel. Clean bowl as he celebrates, Daniel. So make that 3. So after that long trudge to the crease, he has a long trudge back. And that leaves Daniel on a hat-trick. Daniel is on a hat-trick. He loops it, driven into the offside. They're off and running. The little man is in. And I think a wrong pick on that occasion. He would have been bowling pretty flat the other 2 deliveries and decided to loop this one. So certainly a wrong choice of deliveries on that occasion. Should have been flat and fast again. So the field being spread hither, thither and yon for this big man who has been stroking the ball pretty nicely so far. Daniel will move in. Apparently this is the wicket they want. Loops it again. He goes in the air. Daniel drops it. Came across, got his hand straight and floored it. So here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. The umpire's unimpressed as he was appealing for an LBW there on that occasion. Bowled that one flat and fast on that occasion. And that's how he has gotten the wicket so far. His brothers urging him to push them through. Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. Hits it back up the strip to the bowler. And that will end his second over. Well, it's going to be Najee, who is moving in now to bowl. He's slapping it back up the strip to the bowler. The bowler skips across and stops it. Looks as if he really knows a bit about this game. Wastes no time as well. And the stumps moved again as he had a swing at that. Man misfields badly. And gets a weak return up to the keeper by signal by the umpire. But the stumps moved. Encouragement from the spectators. Moves in now. Bowled him. Clean bowled. So Najee has struck. Batsman was driving around that one. Comprehensively beaten. Sent on his way. Bowled by Najee. So the action continues with Najee picking up his first wicket. He has really impressed the youngster. Moves in now to bowl. That might be signal the no ball. Running away from it, they hesitated, and the little Rastaman gets the return up to the keeper. One more to the total. So Najee has really impressed so far today. Wastes no time at all. Bowled. He's slapping it in the air. The fielder knocked. Well, I was about to say the fielder knocked it down, but I think the ball knocked down the fielder. Had a bit of a stagger, but the ball hit him hard on the foot. He managed to get the return in. They were through for the single though. So Najee, he gets back to his mark quickly. He gets run over very quickly indeed. Full pitch delivery. Shouts his appeal. Umpire Oscar Brown walks away. Not interested. That ends the over. Daniel Rosen has decided to bowl his final over. The support crew for Maude Cross a little skeptical about that, thinking he should be held back for one. But his idea is that he wants to bowl out this team as far as possible. Moves in now to bowl. Hits it. Oh, he got his hand to it and dropped it. The Rastaman got his hand to it. It didn't stick. So I think he'll have to settle for clean bowling, the batsman. He can't depend on catches anymore. Tugs it into the onside. The Rastaman moves across. Misfields badly. They should be thinking two here. They've been urged to go back. Oh, direct hit might have done it. Slides into his crease. Gets home safely. Real excitement. St. Thomas's crew supporting. And I think they'll be urging the batsmen to just see off Daniel. Moves in once more. Bowls. It's it in the air, short of the fielder who doesn't negotiate well. They're telling them go back for a second, but might not have been the best choice. Another single, so really negotiating Daniel for the moment, the St. Thomas's players, once they can keep him out. Ball flat and fast, strikes it to the Rastaman. The Rastaman is not there anymore. And the return comes in, so the Rastaman has been changed. Where is he? He's in the offside now. Here goes Daniel. Bowls. He hits it in the air. Anybody home short of the fielder and can't take the catch. And overthrows as well. Backed up in the offside. So Daniel would be hoping to pick up one. Here he goes. Moves in now. Driven down the strip, nicely stopped by the bowler. That ends the over. The plan didn't work. Has Maude Cross played their best ace? I'm not sure. We have a change of wicket keepers. It almost seems as if it's Najee. He has to be a special player. Comes across and stops it. White signal by the umpire. One more to the total. Each run is crucial here for St. Thomas's. Maude Cross may have played their best ace a while ago. Do they have anything left? Arm of Jarim looking just a little suspect here. Drags it down. That might be a no ball. White signal. And keeper doesn't do well. And they flew for the extra run. So 2 wides. So Jarim it is. Very short run up, moves in now to bowl. He's tugging it into the onside. That's a lovely looking shot. It's racing towards the boundary. Will it get there? Man races across. Daniel, they're thinking of the second. And not stopped, so they're going to get more runs here. The Rastaman is back over here now. Picks it up. So, real excitement for the St. Thomas's support crew. They're supporting loudly. Willing on their players here. Here goes now, balls and struck on the pad, shouting his appeal, but that's way down the leg side. So here he goes, moves in once more, jarring balls. That has to be a no ball. No ball. Signaled by the umpire. It's gonna be a free hit. Almost dropped it on his toe there. So cooler conditions now. Free hit delivery, driven into the offside. The man stayed a while to get cranked up to come in to pick it up. And they get one more. So one more to the total. St. Thomas's rallying their forces here. Can they pull this off? Tugs it into the onside, falls over, but regains his composure and goes through. Could have been another one here. Maude Cross now slacking up in the field. Seem to be wilting under pressure here. Moves in now to bowl. Little suspect looking arm. That he swings it back with a skill. Fielder comes across, and they'll get one more. So one more to the total. Ends the over. Well, Jamari is the batsman in strike. St. Thomas is rallying here. That will add. It's wide. I think the St. Thomas's crew enjoying it more than the Maude Cross crew right now in terms of the support team back of us. Here goes, moves in once more to bowl. That's another wide. This is going to be a long over. We have seen a few of those. And they're really enjoying themselves up there. The ladies, they're shouting their support for the St. Thomas's team. Outside the off stump, no ball, signal. This over could go into next week because I'm not sure he could do it any differently. It's going to be a free hit now. He's struggling. He's really struggling. That's better. Swung into the onside. The rest of the man comes across and stops it. That's young Nye. Ras Nye. Getting down on his knee. Here goes now, moving into bowl wide. Keeper wasn't sure where the ball was. So another wide. They're enjoying it, the St. Thomas's crew. They realize that this over can count big towards their efforts in winning this game. Here goes, bowls, and he's bowled. He's bowled. One that crept along the turf, and somebody's asking for the ball. The umpire, let's see what he says. The umpire has not signaled no ball. The batsman has been told by his support crew to go back. The umpire will have to send him on his way, and he does so. So the umpire sends him on his way. The crowd is still telling him to go back, but the umpire is telling him to come. And so it's the umpire sending him on his way. And there's a big debate as to whether or not that should have been called no ball. The umpire says no. It's a legitimate delivery. He's bowled. Well, every wicket is basically an event. The batsmen need to be strapped up. They will need assistance. It will take a little while. He's bowled. He's bowled. And they're again debating if it's a no ball. There's no no ball signal from the umpire. And no ball signal by the umpire. So it's going to be a free hit. I think Tariq was asking an opinion from Oscar Brown. He realizes that the crowd is getting a little tense over here, and they're calling for the no ball. Oh, this time the stumps moved, and that's a bye. So St. Thomas is trying to get to this target. That's a wide. All in the family, all adding up. Moves in now to bowl. Again, missing the off stump. And frustration here for the bowler. KLM is his. Moving once more to bowl. Strikes it in the air. The Rastaman comes across. And they'll get an easy single. One more to the total. Direct hit as well from the Rastaman. Rasnai. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. Keeps it out. Blocking it. Goes into the offside. The bowler comes across. So that effectively ends the over, and it seems as if they're going to have a break. Well, I can tell you that the game is interestingly poised after the break. 5 overs remaining. 39 for 5, chasing 71 for victory. Here goes. Swish at that. A wide signal by the umpire. Make that 40. So the wides can add up to make a difference for St. Thomas's. They need some of those. I think law of averages dictate they will get them too. Beaten outside the off stump. That's closer. Bowler has a unique type of action, I could tell you. A little bit of a jolt with the arm. So 40 for 5. Moves in now to bowl. Bowl him. Make that 40 for 6. He backed away. And that was a very poor shot indeed. 40 for 6. St. Thomas is struggling somewhat here at the ETW. New batsman comes in. Swung away into the onside. Fielder misfields badly, stumbles. They're telling them to go back for the second. It could be a run out here. And I think he's out. I think he's out. He's run out. 41 for 7. He's run out. And what a way to go. He was told by his support crew back of me to go back for the second run after the fieldsman slipped up there. There's an old adage which says never run on a misfield. I guess he's too young to have heard that. Fielder recovered quickly, got the return in, and the keeper did well. The batsman was diving despairingly, but just not there. So 41 for 7. 41 for 7. Game intriguingly poised. Can somebody come to the party for the St. Thomas's primary team? Bowler bowls. He's beaten. Oh, they should have been stumped there. As knowledgeable as he is, Nari didn't whip off the bails on that occasion. Batsman was stranded, but he didn't take off the bails. Here he goes. That's swung into the onside, off and running, showing good intent, the batsman, and going through for the single very quickly indeed. The wind really picking up here at the ETW. I think we're going to get some more rain. They did say 50% chance of rain, but right now is 100% chance of wind. It's almost like storm proportions, tropical storm proportions here at the ETW, because the wind is blowing the camera's tripod. So stiff breeze here at the ETW. Anybody getting this won't want to take any concessions on the AC. They can use this. This is a lovely breeze. But that's if you want to, not if you want to hear yourself. Slackens off a bit now. 41 for 7 the score. And that's close. Shouts his appeal. The umpire says not out. Oscar Brown, and walks away, maybe hitting him right outside the off stump. That ends an interesting over. 41 for 7. They need just about 30 runs. The overs are running out. And if they can't get the boundaries, they would be hoping for a couple of wides to add up. Not a bad start at all. That's a good delivery. That's a useful delivery by Elijah. Seems as if he knows a bit about this art of bowling as well. Moves in now to bowl. That might be a no ball. The umpire says no. And says it was within the line as well. Another dot. Elijah it is. Races in now to bowl Elijah. That would be a no ball now, or wide. But a wide signal by the umpire. So he started off well, Elijah. But seems as if he has seen the Queen of Sheba, because all of a sudden, well, a no ball signal, so it's going to be a free hit. Change of plans by the umpire. That's better. Beaten through the keeper. Poor work by the keeper. Not closing his legs on that occasion. Through him it went. So it's a bye. And Elijah will move in once more from the pavilion end. Moves in now to bowl and gets it wrong once more. It's going to be a wide. The wind picking up once more. Stiff breeze here at the ETW. Here's Elijah moving in now to bowl. Good delivery, swung into the onside. Feels well. Direct hit might have done it. He's home safely. So it's about 44 for the loss of 7. Lost count momentarily there. But it can't be much more than that. It moves in now to bowl. The Rasta man races in and misfields slightly. And one more to the total. Make that about 45. 45 it is. 45 for the loss of 7. Swung away. That's a lovely shot. Well, he fumbled with it quite a bit. And they should have gotten more than one. And no ball as well. So make that 2. And the free hit. That was well struck on that occasion. And that was, you'll have to say, well fielded. Even though he bubbled with it several times. He stopped it. That's the most important thing. Elijah having some difficulties here. Beaten. This time the keeper does well, but it's another no ball. He has apparently overstepped again. So it's about 46 or 47 now. Edging ever closer, St. Thomas is. And now he has bowled an awful delivery. That will be a no ball, I believe. And so it's going to be another free hit. St. Thomas is edging closer. Tension in the oval. The fat lady's not far away. So Elijah well prepared to bowl once more. Here he goes, moves in now. That's another wide. Elijah helping the cause of the St. Thomas's primary. If he continues like this, they might give him an award. Elijah it is. Moves in now to bowl. Swung away. And that might go down the hill for 4. He's traveling pretty close. Crucial runs. Hits the rope. No. Well, signaled 4. Hits the rope. Crucial runs here. St. Thomas is making waves now. And the Maude Cross Prep just about giving it away here. Ends the over. Now he's back into the attack. 18 balls, 13 runs. Should really be in the zone for the batting team, St. Thomas's, but then this funny old game of cricket. And that might, the umpire seemed as if he was busy writing. The umpire was not, I think that's what the St. Thomas's crowd is pointing out. So here's Nari once more, moving in out to bowl, struck into the offside. The field isn't set well. They're asking for 2. They're asking them to go back for the second. Some say no. And they're asking him to go now. So giving away the runs here. Just 11 runs required. They might get another one again. Well, Maude Cross is giving this away. Maude Cross is giving this away. Now he holds his head down in frustration. So 3 gone. 10 runs required. 2 overs after this. Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. And that's another wide. So 9 runs required. I think St. Thomas's has this pretty much wrapped up now. Maude Cross had this down pack. St. Thomas's has come back big time. Hits it in the air. Away from the mid wicket. Comes across. So 4 runs acquired thus far. It means that 9 runs required. 2 overs after this. Nari bowl swung. And as we change batteries, Nari picked out the middle stump of this batsman. So still could be interesting. The big man goes out though. He will have other ideas. Let's get this scenario now. Well, Rosen Daniel is begging him to bowl legitimate deliveries. And I think that's where Maude Cross may have lost the game. There's no Rosen Daniel to bowl at this crucial time of the game. 5 runs required. 12 balls to be bowled. Even 1 wide is going to shift this equation even more in the favor of St. Thomas's. Lots of advice. Lots of advice, I could tell you. Well, the action continues. 2 wickets to go. Bowler is practicing. He knows how crucial it is not to bowl on the ball, not to bowl a wide. And I could tell you, these folks know what it's all about. That is a no ball. 4 runs required. And it's a free hit. St. Thomas is on the edge of a victory here, on the verge of victory. Maude Cross can come back if they get a wicket. That's a wide. 3 more runs required. Free hit still in play. St. Thomas's lose this. They really should be incarcerated. Here goes. Bowls. Beaten. The keeper almost didn't stop it. So what a game we're having. Can we have a super over? That is, I thought it was, but probably touched something on the way through. Well, 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 what a game. Well, here goes once more. Here goes. Moves in now to bowl. Hits it in the air. The Rastaman is racing in. They rush it through for the single. They miss the stumps. This should be the victory. This should be the victory. The St. Thomas's crew, they're celebrating. St. Thomas is celebrating. Well, well, well. That's the game. I believe that's the game. We have had a wide, and I think that's the game. St. Thomas is celebrating big time. Well, not quite the game. Maybe the scores are tied. That's a no ball. No ball. And I think that Rosa and Daniel would know that he should not have bowled that over. That third over. Here he goes. Bowls. Drives it. And he might be run out. But I'm wondering if they're saying the game is over. They're saying the game is over. Well, they're saying the game is over, and I believe that that's the game. So St. Thomas's has won. St. Thomas's has won. Grand celebrations here, led by Esther, chief cheerleader. So St. Thomas is celebrating, and it's a sad Maude Cross team. They were close, but not close enough. That's where we leave you from the 80 Wood Park.